Hey, it's Rachel Rofe, and in this video, you're going to learn some new ways to make designs even if you're not super creative. In my years doing the low-hanging system, one of the kind of common reservations that people have is they worry that they're not artistic or experienced enough. They think that they lack the creativity or skills to kind of come up with and create different design ideas to put on products. Now, you actually do not need to come up with some amazing designs. Using spot niches as an example is a great thing that you can do if you're not creative, or coming up with formulas, especially if in the beginning. That's really all you need, and that's all covered in the course. However, I thought I'd share some tips for getting some inspiration even outside of my tried and true methods, just so you have a little bit of an extra edge. These ideas are all super easy, some are a lot of fun, and you don't need to leave the comfort of your home to implement any of these suggestions. So let's dig in, and real quick before we do, please make sure if you think this is helpful or you like this kind of content, please make sure to hit the like button on this video and hit subscribe. That really helps me get good data on what's working, if it's worth the time to continue making new videos, and just really helps get a good gauge on what's going on for you. First thing we're going to go over is greeting cards. Greeting cards can be an awesome way to get inspiration. They are full of just brilliant design ideas. They can pertain to kind of every occasion under the sun and come with all kinds of great images and messages, ranging from super, super funny to really poignant. And you don't have to go to places like CVS, Walgreens, or the grocery store, right, to browse greeting cards. So many of these greeting card manufacturers have websites that you can check out. So if you want some fresh design ideas, you could go to like Hallmark, you could see on the slide here, Paper Source, American Greetings, Blue Mountain, Greeting Card Universe, or 123 Greetings. All have some really good ideas. You can look there for general messages, or you can look for specific occasions or events, birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, etc. Now, I don't really like to make specific holiday-based designs, but you can often get things that you could use year-round, even if it's like supposed to be for a holiday. So like a general kind of funny love message as an example that could be used year-round. Now, of course, you never want to directly copy anybody's image. I never recommend doing that. You just want to kind of look at these as a source of inspiration that you could work from. Next, Instagram is a really great idea for ideas as well. It's mostly consisting of pictures, but there's also like memes and other forms of content that get floated around as well. So for text-based designs, I generally recommend those that are simplest to create, the easiest, all the things. I'd suggest looking for Instagram accounts to follow that post a lot of text-based content, whether it be funny, inspirational, or whatever else. Although funny is my favorite. I think they sell the best. The next thing that you can do is look for trending headlines in the news. So if you pay attention to the news, you can find a lot of inspiration for your designs. There's always something interesting going on in the world, and especially in like politics and entertainment, often even they overlap. You don't have to stick, though, to the traditional news sources. You can branch out to other sources like Good News Network or Sunny Skies. Or if you do a Google search for good news, then you can find positive news stories as well. You could even find them on like the traditional outlets like Fox or CNN or whatever your choice is. I often just find that I draw more inspiration from the positive news stories, which is why I like those. Next, you can look at old designs that you've already made. So sometimes the best source of inspiration is yourself. So take a look through your old design files and see if anything kind of sparks your imagination. You might be able to kind of riff off of a design that you've made in the past to create something fresh. So, or you could find that with a tweak or two, you can apply an old design to a new niche. For example, let's say you have a design that says something like, pit bulls are my favorite, they make the best pets, I'll just say. You could take the template, blank are my favorite, they make the best blank. So, like it could be guitar players are my favorite, they make the best boyfriends, or lawyers are my favorite, they make the best moms, etc. And then you can just kind of change out that niche each time, right? So guitar player could be sax player, clarinet player, etc. Lawyers could be engineers and doctors and teachers and all the different things. The next thing you can do is talk with friends and family. I've actually gotten some great ideas from my friends and family. See if they can come up with any ideas. Or you can kind of ask them what designs they would most like to see. Maybe they could point you towards a unique niche that you hadn't even thought of. Or you can kind of ask if they've seen any memes lately or heard any jokes or special sayings that could work well for your products. The next time you're communicating with a friend or family member, be it over text, the phone, Zoom, pick their brain. Use all of your available resources. I'm sure they'd be happy to share their input. I know in my family they love it. Another place you can go to is Quora or Reddit. These are kind of popular question and answer websites where people can post questions or scenarios to get advice. So you can post on these sites and ask people about the kinds of designs or themes that they'd like to see on your products. You're not guaranteed to get responses, of course, but the sites are pretty popular and there's a good chance that one or two people will weigh in and hopefully provide some decent feedback. I also like to use Reddit just to see which comments get the most upvotes because usually those are kind of funny themes and you can kind of sometimes come up with phrases based off of what people are upvoting and saying that they like. Another thing you could do is play word association games. These can really help get your creative juices flowing, and your responses may lead to new design ideas to get you thinking about kind of different niches to explore. So here are two word association game suggestions. Simple one would be you could do something with another person or on your own, probably best with another person. But if you're playing with someone else, one person starts by saying a word, any word, and then the other person says the very first word that pops into their head based on what the first player said. Then it goes back to the first person again. So let's say the first person starts with the word dog, the next person says puppy, then the first person says cute, next person says baby, and so forth. It's not necessarily always going to help you come up with fresh ideas, but it can be a good way to stimulate your brain, kind of get you thinking more creatively. The other one would be just to have fun with like music lyrics. So the next time you listen to the radio or Pandora or Spotify, Apple Music, whatever your music station of choice is, pay attention to the lyrics that you hear. You might hear words or phrases that you could riff on or turn into kind of text-based design ideas. Obviously, you don't want to steal lyrics. This suggestion is kind of only meant as a means of getting inspired. Personally, I find lyrics to different songs to be really inspirational. There's just all different types of things, especially the songs that kind of tell stories. So again, you really don't want to lift lines directly from songs or anything like that. But if you hear something that's clever or impactful, you can put your own spin on the sentiment behind the lyric. Your ideas can be inspired by what you hear. You just never want to kind of copy someone else's art. Another idea would be to look at family sayings or inside jokes. Now, you might not think that these would make good design ideas, but if something's meaningful or funny to you, it could resonate with someone else as well. So a lot of times friends and family have unique sayings, stories, or kind of pearls of wisdom that you could draw inspiration from. So for example, in a family of Kimberly's on my team, she said her mom has all kinds of funny expressions. As a term of endearment, she'll call people like a goofy grape, or if she's frustrated with someone, she'll say, "What a doorknob," she was telling me. So I'm sure that your friends and family members have unique things like this too. So if you know someone that's always like cracking jokes, maybe, or dishing out good advice, pay attention to those things. You might come up with some really cute design ideas, which could be extra meaningful when you sell them since they come from your friends or family. I'm in the sister circle I've talked about before. We talk every week with the same women. And sometimes the phrases that come out of their mouths are so funny. And I've definitely designed things based on what they've said. So just like you're having the conversations anyway, you may as well listen for them, right? Listen for the cool jokes. The next thing is you could look at quotes for people that you admire. So everyone has people that they admire, and it could be someone like a celebrity, a politician, notable name from history. You could probably find their quotes online. And you could read these quotes and then pull text-based designs from the sentiments behind what's said. Or you can kind of look for quotes pertaining to a specific niche and, for example, quotes about pit bulls and then see things that might happen. So for example, when we did the pit bull search, we found pit bulls are beauty without vanity, strength without insolence, courage without ferocity, and all the virtues of man without his vices. Another one, you think pit bulls are dangerous? Have you seen who's running our country? Another one, punish the deed, not the breed. Now, as I said before, quotes are just kind of a source of inspiration, but I've definitely done quotes and found some really good ideas based off of those. You never again want to steal people's designs or words, but there's so many ways that you can kind of work on the designs that you find and riff off of them. So those are just some different ideas. The quotes, I found some really cool things on that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found some cool ideas here, kind of got your mind going a little bit. If you like the video, please make sure to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you would like to see more of any particular kind of content or any thoughts. I'd love to hear them. And if you want to learn more ideas, make sure to watch the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.